Hey Clashers, you might have seen, but the football skins from last year are now back in the shop. And the rough rule when it comes down to skins in Clash of Clans is that roughly after 1 year where they were released, they're going to get re-added to the shop so people who have missed them can buy them. One skin though is missing, and that is the King Haaland skin. And since I have gotten many questions about where this skin is and why people can't buy it again, I thought I would just turn it into a video because there were a lot of questions about this. The answer on this one is unfortunately that skins from special collaborations won't come back. At least that is based on current information from Supercell, which means the WWE skins as well, the same as the Haaland skin, won't come back in Clash of Clans. So if you have gotten any of those skins, you will be one of few most likely because they will only be available during a really short amount of time. Another reason why I'm doing this video is because I thought I would combine this with a really common request on my German channel where people are asking for my top 3 skin ranking again. I have done one, I think like 1 year ago or something, but since then we have gotten so many new skins that it's just turn this video into my skin ranking. We're going to have a top 3 skin for every single hero, and by now we have 5 heroes in the game, so that's going to be a lot of skins. But let's just go through all of this, and then we're finishing things off with the scenery. One of the best early king skins has to be for sure the Champion King, but unfortunately it's just not enough to be in the top 3, but I still wanted to give him a mention. My number 3 skin is the Ghost King. I think to me it just looks really cool. I like the entire skin set, but the king for me was just my favorite. The way on how he's like holding or not holding the weapon is just looking really, really nice. The number 1 and number 2 skin for me is kind of like a shared place. And depending on my mood, sometimes the Lunar King is my favorite. And sometimes the other way around, the Fire King is my favorite. Because that is going to be the other king skin, which I have then on the rank 1 currently. But those 2 king skins are just by far my favorite skins in the entire game when it comes down to the king as a hero. And the reason is just, as I said, I really like the tiger approach. It just feels so unique for the Barbarian King. And for the Fire King, I just like how he moves, with his weapon and everything. So those 2 skins, that's it for me. As well, a really big disclaimer at this point, and I should have started with that most likely. But skins, I mean, everyone enjoys different skins. So really, there is no real, right or wrong answer to this. It's just my top 3 list, and I would love to know what your top 3 is as well, if you're collecting skins as I do. For me, the number 3 skin for the iTzu Queen is going to be the Justice Queen. And you will see this skin set quite a bit, most likely, during the video, because I really love the entire skin set overall when it came out last year. So, yep. That is going to be, that skin was really, really nice. Number 3 for the iTzu Queen, which means we're moving on to the number 2. And I think that might be a surprise, but the Lunar Queen, this one fits perfectly for obvious reasons with the Lunar King skin. And as I said, the Lunar Queen and as well for the King, those 2 are kind of like the shared first place. So depending on my mood, I'm just switching those 2 skins out, which means I would go with Tiger and Rabbit, or like currently with the Fire King, and the number 1 skin for me is the League Queen. I know this might be surprising because the skin is not the newest skin, has not the craziest animations, but I just like how she's shooting with those arrows and everything. I don't know, I really enjoy the skin. I think it looks just different because she's not using the classic arrow and bow. So that's why it's for me the number 1 skin right now in the game. Next on, we're moving to the Minion Prince. And to be honest, on this one, I have only a top 2. I don't enjoy the Prince Mysterio skin. I would put it maybe on my number 3 if I have to. But the general skin is not really my fit whatsoever. I really don't enjoy those 2 skins of the Minion Prince. I will probably only use them if my other option would be the default Minion Prince. So yeah, last choice pretty much. But number 2 is really solid in my opinion. That is the Snake Prince. Overall, it looks really nice. The attack animation looks a little bit different to the original one, which I enjoy quite a bit. And overall, I have to say, I really enjoy the skin. But unfortunately, the number 1 skin is leading by a long shot. Just how this skin is working with the clouds and even the attacks itself look like, I don't know, like clouds itself. It's just so nice. The death animation as well with the rain It's just such a nice skin. I mean, I'm out of words for this one. Let's move on now to the Warden. The Warden by now has a ton of skins, and you can see a ton of the Gold Pass skins as well. But let's start things off with the number 3 skin for me for this hero, which is going to be the Dark Minion Warden. As I've already said earlier, I really enjoyed the overall like Halloween skins in general, and this to me was the best Warden skin out of that part of the year. But the number 2 is going to be the Grand Judge, and I already said it earlier, I really enjoyed this entire Justice theme because on how they put it with the black and the gold together, this to me just looks really, really epic. So for me, it's on the number 2 spot. It was the number 1 skin for a long time. But well, we had then the Undertaker as the Warden, and come on. I know it's exclusive, and I do not want to rub it in or anything, but this skin is just the skin of all times. That Warden is looking insane. It's looking insane in-game. It's like, it's everything you would wish for a skin, at least for me personally. So I'm super happy that this is my number 1 spot. Let's move on to the Royal Champion now. And for the Royal Champion, I think for such a long time, my number 1 skin was the Future Champion. By now, it's only my number 3 because we have gotten many good skins recently, which have kind of pushed her down. But otherwise, if you have followed my videos for a long time, I think I've used this skin for so many videos because, as I said, it was the number 1 skin for me for a really long time for the Royal Champion. But we have now, again, kind of like for the Archer Queen and the Barbarian King, a shared number 1 and 2 position, which is the kind of Asian skins, because we have the Snake Champion, which kind of looks like a samurai a little bit in that direction. And then we have as well the number 1 skin, which we just recently had, or just this month to be more specific, and that is the Ninja Royal Champion, which is then just a ninja, right? Like, it just looks so cool, and those are the 2 skins which I'm just rotating through based on my mood. And for me, number 1, number 2 for sure right now in the game. It just looks so cool. Come on, who can say no to those like Ninja Royal Champion skin set? I mean, that's just to me amazing. With that, we have went through every single hero, which means there's still the sceneries left, which we want to discuss. And, well, I think we should just dive right in with my top 3, because typically as well, I'm always activating the most fresh scenery just to like show it and see how it works. But for me, overall, the scenery which I'm using then the longest for myself are sceneries which I enjoy looking at and are not too bright, not too crazy colorful or anything. So I'm not picking sceneries who are annoying to attack or anything like that. For me, I just want to look at them and enjoy my time, kinda. And this is why the number 3 scenery, I told you I like this skin set, and that is the Justice scenery yet again. I think I have like 1, 2, like in 3 or 4 of the overall categories, like the Justice in the top 3. I don't know, I just love this skin set overall. The only thing I think I don't have it in the Royal Champion, right? Looks cool as well, but the last 2 Royal Champion skins we have received were just too good. But let's move on to the number 2 position, and you might be surprised that there's actually no legendary scenery in my top 3. To me, they are cool and special, but they look otherwise just boring in my opinion. And this new like ship scenery just looks so much cooler. You can zoom out a little bit as well, but at the same time, I like the colors. I enjoy looking at it, and it's just a really, really solid scenery in my opinion. And one of the best sceneries we recently had for sure. But my number 1 spot is the number 1 already for actually, is it 1.5 years or something? Which is the Goblin Cave. Yep, that's right. I think I had this the number 1 scenery already back when I did the last scenery, like skin ranking video. And the reason is it's just Lord of the Ring vibes, like dragons. Every single time you're looking in those, I don't know, like you're seeing everywhere like those goblins playing around and everything. And it's just as well from the colors, it's kind of relaxed. At the same time, you have all of the gold there. And I don't know, it's just a really cool scenery, which just reminds me of like Lord of the Rings and everything like that. So I enjoy that quite a bit. And that's my top 3 ranking for every single hero. I thought I would not do like skin sets rankings because by now a lot of people, and since you don't have any like advantage of like buying entire skin sets, and typically people are like having their own favorite skins and of every single category, I thought I would do it this way or not having entire skin sets ranked, because I feel like that's more individual. But let me know what your favorite skins are, if you're collecting any at all. And as well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, even though it's a little bit different to what I usually do on the channel. But don't worry, we're back to normal tomorrow with another class video. So make sure that you're going to check that out. And we'll see you guys then. Until then, and bye-bye.